Alright guys, I know it's been quite a while since my last video, but I can explain. So school happened and I wasn't able to really record much anymore, so I started streaming. Put the link up on the screen right now, but I'll just take you through pretty much the points of the rest of the season, along with Long Beach compilation and then Mid-Ohio recap, and then that's pretty much the video. I know it's going to be a little bit of a weird video, but that's just so I can get it out and then get ready for the next season, which I know it's going to be a lot of fun for you guys because I'll be streaming a lot more and I'll be a lot more active there, and I'll try and do like recaps of the streams and whatnot, a little bit more cleanly and quicker in terms of just getting him out there. So yeah, without further ado, let's get right into the video. Alright, so here's the rest of the schedule after Most Sport, Pocono, Road American, just going down the list. And basically it's going to be showing timeline of the point standings by race. And we're actually going to stop around round 18 because I'm going to show the compilation of Long Beach. But you see, we've had a very consistent season of being around the top 5. We had a couple bad races here and there because of ovals, but Long Beach would be the worst of it all. Oh, what's up, chat? You can see yet again another screen here. Today we're at Mid-Ohio for the penultimate round of this season. My extra ballast is going to be pretty slow compared to what other guys are going to be able to run with less ballast. I can get a 107.7, I think, or 107.8. go, 107.9. But I know for sure my fast lap is going to come on my first lap though. Took too much curve and I slowed myself down there. Got a fairly decent exit there. Ah, so much flippage right there. And I'm too slow through here to really do anything, so. That's where I give up all my time is those last two corners every time. So we wound up qualifying third, but however, with Nico's penalty from Long Beach, I believe, or the previous race, whenever it happened, he has a penalty, so he has to go to the EOL to the end of the longest line, and so that'll actually promote me to the front row with Fairfield. However, I made one crucial mistake at the beginning.
All right, go ahead, roll out.
I have qualifying fuel in. All right, well, I already shot myself in the foot by having qualifying fuel in. I didn't put enough in. But with that aside, we're gonna try and make best what we got in front of us, and right now it is the green flag.
Green, green, green.
We get a decent jump right off the get-go. We got a pretty good gap to the cars behind us, so I'm already going to try and tuck into the stream of Fairfield right here. Try and gain a little bit of ground on the braking zone here, but it's all about just trying to keep the car clean while also trying to get around Fairfield while the tires are still cold and potentially catch him off guard, but I actually do that to myself. Cold tires are cold. So unfortunately, with that mistake, I go pretty much to the back of the field. However, it's not like end-all be-all, because we do have to pit anyway, so it kind of worked out that because we have to worry about less people being behind us when I have to pit as we get past someone right there. And we have a run on Dylan right here, and I actually just brake normally, and he just outbroke himself and went wide on the hairpin. So now fast forward to later this lap where Lacey almost gets in the grass and into the wall. I try and pass him, he does a little switch over, and I make my call for pit road. Alright guys, behind me, I'm pitting right here, I'm going wide in the final corner. So a little sketchy pit road entrance there with someone serving a drive-through. However, we are going to make our service and are going to get back out on track in no time. So right here on the pit stop, I actually intentionally, I didn't fill up the car full of fuel just so I can have a rough idea of where everyone else was at on fuel. That way I can still pit on strategy with everyone else when I needed to. That way I wouldn't be really completely in the dumpster with my issue at the start of the race. So it's all about just setting lap times now, trying to get my head down, fall into a rhythm, and try and make up as much time as I can on these fresh tires.
Oh shit!
Oh my god!
Two in turn one.
Sorry. I'm sorry. I was.
Safety car, race back to the line.
So all those guys wrecked earlier in the lap. I have a chance to pass Bo here for position, racing back to the line, but we have a massive save right there, massive moment at the top of the hill, and I'm able to save it. And we still have a chance to pass Bo right here, going into this weird right-hander right here. We're right onto the gearbox of him, and Neely. Getting Neely, but now we gotta try and pass Bill in the last couple of corners. I'm not sure if we have the room or the pace to really get it done, but we definitely are on his rear wing going to the last couple of corners, but I decided to pretty much back off for the rest of the corners.
I'm not in third on merit.
Alright, well, good to know that I do have speed to get through some of these guys. I probably have top 5 speed. I just gotta limit the mistakes and play the strategy right and see where we end up, but I'm not going to be looking to pit here. I'm going to try and wait until lap 13 to 14 to pit, maybe 15, 16 depending on cautions. Looks like everyone's staying out. A couple pitting back here, but we're going to stay out right here and jump some guys here. And we're gonna be net P6, just like that.
Oh, Max is unmuted now. Max, you had a hell of a save.
Yeah. Yeah. Cold tires are cold, as they say.
No, like, it was impressive. Watching that thing
That was great.
in my mirror was insane.
Which one? Wait, which one was it? Are you talking about?
Oh well, mine. I'm
That
talking
one down
about the
there.
early one.
The one that we're like racing back to the yellow?
Oh,
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I don't know how I held on to that one.
the car almost got Neely again.
Which one is hilarious?
Well, the first one on the first lap was, I guess you could call it a
Safety
save.
car's pulling off.
Green.
So the green flag is out. We get a good jump on the restart. We got a slipstream on Bo right here, going to the first corner. I dive to the inside. We're able to make the braking zone deeper than him, but I'm kind of stuck on this inside, not really open up the steering on exit, but it swings turns to the outside, but I can't really do much there, because this is kind of like an unorthodox kind of turn. A couple over the grass, and Bo gets a little loose in front of me. I'm able to pounce on that opportunity and get past him for 5th place.
Nice move here.
Yeah, I thought I was dying at that.
You got close.
One off
Oh,
the exit.
That's up in turn 1. He's off track.
So a lap after the restart, heading to the first couple corners, we're already caught up to our team owner, Ben, going through the S's right here. We definitely have the pace to get past him, but it depends on where I catch him and how easily will he let me by.
I got you here, Max.
Yeah, I'm not gonna put too much.
Thank you.
When we get to me either.
I'm on my plan B.
Alrighty. So what Ben meant by plan B was this strategy right here. He took the early caution gamble and was able to start on primes and then pit early for alternates and basically run alternates till the end of this race. I, however, took the one on the left, which is more traditional one, I feel like. And just like that, we caught right up to Mike here, going down the backstretch right here. Not on push to pass, however, because I feel like I could probably use it better later in the race. But we're right on the gearbox of Mike going to the S's right here, and it's all important on how to get around him, as he knows that we are faster than
Struggle
him.
through this part quite badly.
No worries, dude. I'll find a way around. And we're just gonna try and find a way around him as easily as possible.
In the chicane.
God.
Thank you. Just like that, we're right back up to P2, right where we belong. But however, we are on a slightly different strategy, so it's going to be interesting to see when Fairfield has to pit for fuel and tires. But in the meantime, Nico was catching me while I was trying to set pace down and just settle into P2. I didn't really settle down for long for P2, as Nico started to fill up my rear view mirror pretty quick. Pitting in. You hear my call to pit in that lap, so I'm right on target for my strategy for the rest of the race. I did have a little bit of extra fuel, so I probably could have gone like a lap more or so just to try and stay with Nico and Fairfield there, but they probably already were on a different strategy than mine, so it was going to be pretty hard to just hang with them with the fuel that I had left. So after our first real pit stop, we come out net P12 right behind Ray Biggs. But it wouldn't last very long, as Ray would go wide into the first corner of the S section.
Yeah, I was like, I kind of figured you were just gonna surge past me somehow, so.
So a couple laps go by, and eventually Fairfield makes his pit stop, and I come out right next to him on pit exit. We have the ability to almost pass him right here for the net race lead, and we do get in front of him going into the hairpin. However, we were able to get the traction off corner exit right here and pull away from him a little bit on this back straightaway. And so once the pit stops kind of cycled out, we're in a really weird spot here with a bunch of these guys that haven't pitted yet.
Just letting you
And
know
so
your
now
front
we're
wing's
able to
broken.
get
You know how
the
to fix
push to
that
pass
on
and
the menu?
slipstream on some of these guys right here and pick our way through this little pack. However, it turned out to be a lot harder than I thought, because right here in the last couple corners, they really held me up and they were really slow through this last couple corners, and it allowed Fairfield to gain all that time back that he lost being on colder tires on his outlap. And so with that mistake right there from Alan, it helps out a little bit on our way through some of these guys.
Oh, my left leg.
No!
No, Austin, I'm sorry.
I got Austin around the second last corner.
All that chatter on the VC was Nico having a skill issue and getting into Fairfield.
Nico, I respect you a lot as a lap time guy, but what the fuck? We're stacked up. Keep knows that about stuff. Especially when I'm in a fucking championship battle like I am.
Somebody order Arby's because we got some beef. So with all that drama happening right behind us, we are able to take the net lead of the race due to Lacey and Pierce pitting for their pit stops.
Yes.
So notice how after lap 21, Nico was more than 4 seconds behind me. Now on lap 26, he's almost a second right behind me. So it does raise a little suspicion within the league if Nico was 100% legit that fast, or there's something more to meets the eye. I'll leave it up to you guys for speculation. However, we make our second pit stop of the race, and it'll be for some alternate tires to help us get to the rest of the race. We're gonna have to do one more stop on alternates, and that'll be it. So with people running over each other through traffic, we do come out and right in front of Austin Fairfield in the midst of all this. So we're net P4 as of right now, but net P2 probably when the lead cycles back around. And if Fairfield gets by us right here, I could be net P3 in all of this. So fast forward a couple of laps, Lacey makes his pit stop from the lead, so that gives us the net race lead as of right now. But keep in mind how far back Nico is right now as we fast forward a handful of laps. So even though I was working my way through lap traffic, I make my pit stop right here, and Nico is still 11 seconds behind me. He didn't really make up that much ground. Maybe he was working his way through his own lap traffic back there as well. However, we come in for our final stop of the day for more fresh alternate red tires to finish off the race and hopefully be on the offense to the end of this race on whoever's in front of us on pit exit right here. And unfortunately, the victim will be Jeff Lacey. So now, for the rest of this race, it's going to be pretty much a fight for second place between Lacey and I. And while I get my tires up to temperature, I'm going to try and push as hard as I can to stay within drafting distance of Lacey while he's on older tires, try and push him into a mistake potentially. So coming to the end of my first outlap on these fresh red tires, you can see how much more grip and pace I have in these braking zones than Lacey right here. But it's all about trying to set him up for the pass because a lot of the parts around this track are really hard to pass, especially through here. As you can see, I have really good rotation through those corners, but just really bad exits, not as good as Lacey to really stay with him. In this first corner, you get a massive amount of understeer, so I can't really plant the gas and rotate the corner as much as I want. But the keyhole coming up right here has kind of been my best corner for passing or setting up passes for this long back straightaway. As you see right here, I do a little bit of a diamond technique, kind of go wide and then cut down, late exit, and get a little bit of a draft, a little bit of run on Lacey here, but decide not to use push press just yet. So fast forwarding the next lap, we're coming up to lap Andres Hernandez right here on the front straightaway right here. It's a little bit of an awkward situation because it's a fairly short straightaway right here. So it was very awkward. I had a really shallow entry into the first corner here, but I had a little bit of gap on my left front wing, so I assume gave me a little bit more downforce. I don't know how much that is into effect with this game, but I was able to get the extra rotation. Going to the keyhole right here, I almost made the move on the inside of Lacey, locking up. And you can see right there, middle corner speed. I had so much more rotation than him, but I just can't finish the corner as well as he can on exit. So now, slipstream, push the pass. We're going to try and send it on the inside of Lacey right here. Go way deep. We actually made contact, and side by side, I didn't make the pass stick quite yet, but we're able to still race it out and race on without any further damage to our cars. So definitely a scary moment there with Lacey and I. The last thing I wanted to do was take him out of the race by some stupid bonsai move that I didn't really intend to do on the inside of him, but time is running out, so I had to make some kind of move there regardless of where you're at. So pretty much I'm kind of just hoping that Lacey makes a mistake in the last couple of corners right here as I make a little bit of a mistake, get a little bit too deep on entry, but he spins out, getting too aggressive on throttle, and that gives me P2 for the race, and that's pretty much where I'm going to finish because I don't have enough speed to catch Nico, nor enough time to catch him. So this is pretty much where the race ends. So, going to the last lap of this race, we ran a fantastic race strategy-wise, going pretty much from last second, from pitting on lap 2 of the race because of improper fueling at the beginning of the race. We've come back and finished on the podium in P2, right where we belong, and it also holds up to where I probably would have won this race had Nico not raced, because the other times that Nico has raced, I finished second to him like 3 different times. So that's pretty much the end of the season for us, because I didn't do Auto Club, which was the last race of the season. So after this race, I was P4 in the standings. However, missing the last race, I finished 2 points behind Hickey, who finished 4th. I finished 6th, right behind Ben, who finished 5th in points. So if I would have been able to make that race, I probably would have at least maybe finished 5th in points. But however, it ends a fantastic rookie season for us. 1 win on the season, most consistent rookie of the season too. Most podiums of any rookie in the season. So if this is anything for the future, we're going to be a threat to win some more races and potentially a championship next season. That's all for this video, guys. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. I know it was a little bit long video and a loaded video, but next video will be the start of season 5. And I am so looking forward to that and sharing that with you guys. Leave a like and subscribe down below if you want to see more JIMDYCAR content. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Have a good one. Here they come.